Very good evening, my dear friends. In today's session, we will deal with the recognition of stock exchanges. Actually, only recognized stock exchanges can function in this country. So, what is the recognition process and how it goes on? We will have to see. I have already explained stock exchange is a marketplace for buying and purchasing securities. This I have very elaborately dealt with earlier in my sessions. So here sections 3 to 12A of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act 1956 in fact deal with this particular subject matter of stock exchanges and their recognition. Then the securities, as I told you already, can be listed only in recognized stock exchanges. The power of granting recognition to the stock exchanges is basically vested with the central government under section 4 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. Under section 3 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act, any stock exchange seeking recognition must first file an application in the appropriate form prescribed by the central government and apply to the central government. Then it should also enclose the bylaws and then the rules thereon which have been formulated for the stock exchange, and they should contain the necessary details like the details of the governing body of the stock exchange proposed, its actual constitution, the powers and duties of the office bearers of the stock exchanges, the rules of admission, details of membership, the procedure for the registration of the partnerships as members of the stock exchange, and other such related matters as may be stipulated under section 3 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. Then friends, the central government may grant recognition to the stock exchange as provided under section 4 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. If the government is satisfied that the requisite formalities are complied with after making such an inquiry as may be necessary and after obtaining any such further information, if any, as it may require, then the central government can grant recognition under section 4 of the Securities Contract Regulation Act. Then the central government may impose any such conditions it may feel necessary for granting the recognition also. It may not be a blanket recognition. Then the central government also would ensure, or rather it is mandatory that it must ensure that fair dealing and investors' protection are carried by the stock exchanges before granting recognition. The central government may impose such conditions, including the conditions relating to the qualifications for membership of stock exchange, the manner of entering into contracts, representation of central government on the board, that means its nominees to be appointed, and the maintenance of auditing of accounts. These are all the things which are supposed to be taken care of. Then friends, every grant of recognition to any stock exchange must be published in the Official Gazette of India and also in the Official Gazette of the state in which the principal office of the stock exchange is situated, and such recognition shall have effect as from the date of its publication in the Gazette of India. The central government should not refuse an application for recognition unless an opportunity to be heard is given to the applicant stock exchange, and the reason for such refusal must be communicated by the central government to the aggrieved parties, that is, the stock exchange, in writing. Then friends, in addition, the rules of stock exchanges referred to under subsection 2 of section 3 cannot be amended except with the approval of the central government. So the whole control is, that's the reason why here the regulator is central government. If any violations of the provisions of this Act are detected, then the central government may withdraw the recognition under Section 5 of the Act. So, Section 3, Section 4 and Section 5 you have to take care of. Application under Section 3 of the Securities Contract Regulation Act, recognition to be granted under Section 4, and then now comes the withdrawal of recognition under Section 5 of the Securities Contract Regulation Act. And further, the powers also can be exercised by the SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, and also the Reserve Bank of India, in accordance with the provisions made under Section 29A of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. So friends, there is an examination question. Probably you can write well with this particular background, what I have stated so. So you may take care while writing. This much information has to be written for recognition of stock exchanges. Then friends, we will now take up another subject called corporatization and demutualization of stock exchanges under Section 4A of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. Corporatization and demutualization, it's a phenomenon developed in 2004 with effect from 12 October 2004. All recognized stock exchanges must be directed to corporatized and demutualized. That means it must be made public before the appointed date under Section 4 capital A of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. The appointed date means, as per the explanation given in the section, the date which the SEBI may by notification in the official gazette appoint, and different appointed dates may be appointed for different recognized stock exchanges. Then friends, Section 4A, 4B and Section 5 of the Act deal with this particular subject matter. And if there is any delay in this corporatization and demutualization of a recognized stock exchange, the SEBI is empowered to condone the delay on showing sufficient clause by the applicants. Then we will come to Section 4B of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act, where the procedure for corporatization demutualization is stipulated. I would request you to thoroughly study these particular provisions, 4A, B and 5. The stock exchanges have to submit a scheme for corporatization and demutualization to the SEBI, and the SEBI should have to give a reasonable opportunity of being heard to all the persons concerned and also to the recognized stock exchanges concerned, and also may call for any such information or make such inquiry before passing any order on the scheme, that is demutualization scheme. Then the SEBI may make necessary modifications if necessary, of course, and further it may also restrict the rights of shareholders or stockbrokers and also the maximum number of representatives of the stockbrokers on the board or otherwise, and which shall not exceed 1/4 of the total strength of the governing board while approving this scheme of demutualization. The orders so made must be published in the official gazette. And friends, once the scheme is approved, every recognized stock exchange must either by fresh issue of equity shares to the public or any other manner, even private placement as may be specified by the regulations as made by the SEBI, ensure that at least 51% of its equity share capital is held within 12 months from the date of publication of the order by the public, 51 by the public, other than the shareholders having trading rights. That means 51% should be from the public, 49% should be from the trading members. The SEBI, on sufficient cause being shown to it and in the public interest, may extend the said period by another 12 months, and those which in fact don't comply with this would lose their recognition. That's what happened in many cases in India in that particular time. So the Section 7 of the Act empower the central government to withdraw the recognition granted to a stock exchange, and then in that event, the several cases, the several stock exchanges, in fact, lost their recognition. Today, basically, it is the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange, and then few places, other stock exchanges are functioning. Under section, then, the next important aspect is withdrawal of the recognition in general, in particular with mutualization, demutualization. I have already explained demutualization. With regard to section 5 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act, the central government is empowered to withdraw the recognition granted to any stock exchange in the interest of trade or in the interest of the public. Then the central government must issue a notice and give an opportunity of being heard to the stock exchange before passing any order of withdrawal. Non-compliance with these provisions under section 4A and 4B of the Act will also result in withdrawal of the recognition. However, the validity of any contract is not affected until the derecognition is notified. Now, there are few other legal issues pertaining to the recognized stock exchanges which I would like to deal with. That is section 6. Section 6 of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act empowers the central government to call for periodical returns or direct inquiries to be made. Under section 7, every recognized stock exchange must furnish to the central government its annual reports. Section 7A empowers the recognized stock exchanges to make rules restricting voting rights subject to the approval given by the central government. Section 8 of the Act empowers the central government to direct the recognized stock exchanges to make any rules or to amend any such rules. And friends, under Section 9, the stock exchanges can make bylaws. Then under Section 10, the SEBI is empowered to make or amend the bylaws of the recognized stock exchanges. The central government is, of course, empowered to supersede the governing body for recognized stock exchange. And then, under Section 12, the central government is empowered to suspend the business of a recognized stock exchange. And under Section 12A, the SEBI may issue such directions to any stock exchange or clearing corporation or agency or person or class of persons associated with the security market or any company whose securities are listed or proposed to be listed in a recognized stock exchange as may be appropriate in the interest of investors in securities and the securities market. Sections 13 to 19 deal with the contracts and options in securities. The conditions for listing securities are narrated under sections 21 to 21A. I request you to thoroughly read these provisions, and incidentally you must also read section 11 of the, Securities Contracts Regulation Act in this connection. So with this background, we conclude our discussion on various other provisions which also deal with this recognition, withdrawal of recognition of the stock exchanges. And in this connection, the last part is I have made a mention about the clearing corporations. So what is the meaning of clearing corporation? A clearing corporation is one which is a company, remember, which is a juristic person, a company, incorporated under the Companies Act 1956 or any other legislation subsequently brought in thereof, and carries the duties and functions of a clearing house with the approval of SEBI. This is the most important. The very nomenclature says it's a clearing corporation. So acts as a clearing house. Section 8A of the Act contains the necessary provision, 8A of the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. A recognized stock exchange may, with the prior approval of SEBI, in fact, transfer the duties and functions of a clearing house to a clearing corporation. That's the difference. It can transfer, the stock exchange can transfer the duties of clearing house to a clearing corporation with the prior approval of SEBI. for the purpose of the periodical settlement of contracts and differences thereunder. The job of a clearinghouse is to settle the periodical contracts. So that is settlement of payments and all these things and the differences. And the delivery and payments for securities and any other matter which are incidental or connected with the delivery and payment to the securities. So the clearing corporation must make bylaws and submit the same for SEBI's approval, and the provisions of sections 4 to 12 also shall equally apply to clearing corporation as they apply in relation to recognized stock exchange, and this demutualization aspect also will come into picture with regard to a clearing corporation. So with this background, friends, in fact, I close my discussion on the granting of recognition to stock exchanges. We will meet again with other subjects. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.